Think about how most sentences work. They include an action expressed by a verb and a person or thing who performs the action. Let's call this person or thing the actor. Often, there is also someone or something receiving the action. That's the object. To understand the passive voice, we need to take a look at how these sentence parts function. In English, sentences can have one of two voices, active or passive. In the active voice, the actor comes first, then the action, then the object. In the passive voice, three things are different. First, the object moves in front of the verb. Second, the verb changes into its past participle form, which ends in ed, n, or en. And a form of the verb to be is added. Third, if the actor appears, it will be somewhere after the verb, and the word by will come just before it. In the passive voice, the actor is optional and may be omitted entirely. To find the passive voice in your own writing, follow this two-step process. First, look for a form of the word be, followed by a past participle. Second, when you find one, test for the passive voice by inserting the phrase by someone. If the sentence still makes sense, you've got the passive voice. If not, it's something else. Some people believe you should never use the passive voice, but it can be helpful, especially when you're not sure who performed the action, or when you want to emphasize what happened, not who did it. You can also use the passive voice to emphasize the object by putting it at the beginning of the sentence. For example, if you are writing about Anton van Leeuwenhoek's discovery of bacteria, and you are most interested in the bacteria, you may want to use the passive voice. If you're most interested in van Leeuwenhoek's life and work, you may want to use the active voice. But sometimes, the passive voice can cause problems. When you omit the subject of a sentence, you may frustrate readers. If a group of scientists whose research did not receive funding came across this, they might want to know who made the decision. Passive constructions can also be wordy. Compare the passive and active versions of the sentence. The passive version has 16 words. The active version has just 11. It's up to you to decide when to use the passive voice.